Previously, ETS had released only one official email sample, but in the new TOEFL official guide, the Pocket Edition, there are 2 additional 5-point responses and a list of question prompts. I rewrote the responses slightly to avoid copyright issues and used them to analyze how the email task actually works. So I want to share with you my rewritten 5-point samples so that you can also get all 5 raw points when you write your email. By the way, my name is Lee E. I'm a non-native TOEFL coach with 8 years of experience. I study the new TOEFL and ETS materials extensively, both free and paid, and I post videos here daily sharing test patterns and practical solutions. All right, let's quickly look at example number 1. You're a master's student in business administration, You went to a seminar and you really liked it, and you want to write an email to Dr. Lee. Okay, there are 3 bullet points. First, you need to thank him for arranging the seminar and mention what you found most valuable about it. Okay, and then you need to explain how the seminar helps you, and then suggest that similar seminars be organized. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and really look through every sentence. When you're ready, you can resume. The total word count is 143 words. A bit on the lengthy side, which is fine if you can type fast. I personally would skip sentence number 7 and rewrite 3 so that sentence 4 is not needed, as sentence 4 and 7 don't really contribute much to either discourse cohesion, that is topic development, and syntactic variety anyway, in the LLM-backed AI scoring system in theory. Okay. Then, without those 2 sentences, you can get around 122 words, and you will still very likely get 5 out of 5 of your raw points for the email task. The TOEFL AI scoring system not just looks at topic development, it also looks at syntactic variety. Let's look more closely at the biggest syntactic variety signals. Okay, these are the sentences that likely sense the strongest syntactic variety signals to the AI scoring system. Sentence number 2, it contains a relative clause. The section where you explained, okay. And then sentence number 4, it was helpful to see. There's an infinitive construction there. And sentence number 8, seminars should be offered. That's passive voice. And then conditional, if you need help, sentence number 10. Okay. So if you're not confident that you can write well enough in a short period of time, my general suggestion is for each bullet point, you can write on average 2 sentences. The first sentence can be more general, and the second sentence can be more specific. And my suggestion number 2, varying your sentence structures. If varying sentence structures on the spot is challenging for you, use pre-designed sentence patterns or templates that guarantee enough syntactic variety, avoid repetition, and improve sentence construction speed, sentence organization speed. This was covered in my earlier video where I talked about the 6 core patterns in the email task. I've put the link in the description below. If you're not sure what your current score really means on the 0 to 6 scale, I've made a free starter kit with the ETS links, important question types, and a timing and scoring guide for each section so you can stop guessing. The link is in the description. You can grab it after you finish this video. Let's look at another rewritten version of the question answer from the official guide. You attended an art exhibition downtown last week. You really liked it, and your classmate Maya had mentioned wanted to find something interesting to visit. So you're going to write an email to Maya. In your email, you do the following. You describe the art exhibition and the types of artworks that were displayed. And then you explain why you think she would enjoy it. And then finally, you recommend a specific artwork or section that she should see. Okay. So I want you to pause here, really look through the sample 5-point response. And then when we're ready, please resume this video. All right. In this question, the bullets follow this structure: neutral description, reasons, then suggestion. The topic development is fine. It's worth 5 points. Okay. One thing I noticed while analyzing these question prompts, these bullet points, is that when a bullet says describe, it usually isn't actually neutral. Most of the time, you're describing either a problem or explaining why something is valuable or important. For example, describe the problem you experienced with the Wi-Fi system, or describe what you enjoyed most about the seminar. In both cases, the description is really supporting either a problem or a reason. But occasionally, the bullet point really does ask you to describe something in a neutral way. For example, like this question, describe the art exhibition and the types of artworks displayed. That's why I decided to separate this as a new bullet point type called neutral description. Here are the sentence patterns for this kind of bullet point. Sentence 1, it's a more of a general sentence. I would like to tell you, or I wanted to tell you about something, and a relative clause that describes that something. Sentence number 2 is a detailed sentence. There are many something, 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 including something, something, something. Okay. Sentence 3 is optional. You can use this kind of construction. It was nice to see. It was adjective to see, blah, 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 blah. I rewrote the original sentence for more syntactic variety. So instead of saying, instead of using a compound sentence over there, I preferred to use this. It was refreshing to see such a well-organized exhibition with affordable tickets. Okay. But it's optional because the question prompt does not ask you to explain how good it is, the benefits of this thing, or why you think it's great. Okay. For the sentence patterns or templates of these 6 other bullet point types that I designed and tested in the paid mock tests and get 5 out of 5. No, actually, I got 6 in the mock test, so I know that those definitely worked. So you can watch the video for that. The link is in the description below. All right, back to this example. This answer also shows several syntactic variety signals that AI scoring systems tend to detect. I wanted to tell you, that's sentence number 1. I wanted to tell you about the art exhibition I visited last week. There is a relative clause inside, after art exhibition, describing art exhibition. Okay, and then I think you would enjoy it because you always say you like exploring new places. The use of because, the subordinate conjunction, is very good. And then let me know if you want to visit it together, the last sentence, sometime next week, maybe on Friday. There is a conditional clause there, if you want to visit it. Okay. So another interesting point here is the tone, which is also part of the grading criteria under social conventions. This is one of the few examples of all the ETS questions where you have to write to close friends. So tonality is rather informal. It starts with, hi, I wanted to know. If this were a more formal email to a professor, the opening would look different. For example, it would sound like, Dear Professor X, I hope you're well. I would like to, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so one last grading criterion is grammatical accuracy. Even though there are some punctuation and grammatical errors, this response is still good enough for a 5-point score because it is a 5-point sample from ETS. Okay. The response had about 116 words with roughly 2 sentences per bullet point. So here are some additional practice questions that I created by imitating the ones that are found in the official guide. You can practice, and if you want more ideas, you can rewatch this video and my earlier video on the 6 core email patterns. So now there are 7 core email patterns and the exact sentence patterns that you can use to create a very good email response. All right, that is it for today. I'll see you in the next video.